Ladies and gentlemen, today India has rolled out a high-octane welcome for Russian President Vladimir Putin, a reception loaded with symbolism, strength and statecraft. This is Putin's first visit to India since the Ukraine war began, and the two sides are expected to seal key agreements in defense, healthcare, energy and trade. The signals are unmistakable. Delhi and Moscow remain partners of consequence. Nearly 25 years after their first official meeting, Prime Minister Narendra Modi personally received President Putin at Palam Airport, greeting him with a warm handshake and a hug and a shared drive. A rare gesture in Indian diplomacy. And the optics told their own story, not just diplomacy, but a power statement to the world. With changing geopolitical scenarios, US and China must be watching these visuals and the body language extremely closely. But guess who else is watching this closely? Well, the leader of opposition in Lok Sabha, Mr. Rahul Gandhi. And what he sees is Indian government breaking traditions. Traditions. How? Because he has not been invited to meet the visiting dignitary. Playing the victim card, Congress MP alleged that the centre is telling foreign dignitaries not to meet him. When asked what could be the possible reason behind such a move, the leader of opposition attributed it to insecurity. Listen in.
एलओपी एक दूसरा पर्सपेक्टिव देता है। हिंदुस्तान को हम भी रिप्रेजेंट करते हैं, सिर्फ सरकार नहीं रिप्रेजेंट करती है। तो सरकार नहीं चाहती कि ऑपोजिशन के लोग बाहर के लोगों से मिलें। ये ट्रेडिशन है, ये नॉर्म है, बट मोदी जी इस नॉर्म को फॉलो नहीं करते हैं। फॉरेन मिनिस्ट्री इस नॉर्म को फॉलो नहीं करती।
क्यों नहीं चाहते सर आप?
इनसिक्योरिटी है। नॉर्मली ट्रेडिशन होता है कि एलओपी के साथ जो भी बाहर से आते हैं उनकी मीटिंग होती है। ये वाजपेयी जी के टाइम होता था, मनमोहन सिंह जी के टाइम होता था, ये ट्रेडिशन रहा है। बट आजकल क्या होता है कि जो फॉरेन डिग्नेटरीज आते हैं या जब मैं कहीं बाहर जाता हूं तो सरकार उनको सजेस्ट करती है कि एलओपी से नहीं मिलना चाहिए।
प्रोटोकॉल होता है, कोई भी विजिटिंग डिग्नेटरी एलओपी से मिलते हैं और रिक्वेस्ट करते हैं तो मिलते हैं। तो इस प्रोटोकॉल को तोड़ने का और इसका रिवर्सल करने का क्या फायदा है? मतलब ये इनसिक्योरिटी हो सकती है और क्या हो सकती है?
However, in trying to play Russian roulette with charges against the government, Rahul Gandhi seems to have shot himself in the foot. Within hours, the BJP issued a reality check with picture proof. BJP put out details of every single visiting foreign leader that Congress MP and leader of opposition has met since taking over as LOP. In June last year, from Bangladesh's Sheikh Hasina, Vietnam's Pham Minh Chinh, Malaysia's Anwar Ibrahim, Mauritius PM Ram Ghulam, all the way to New Zealand Prime Minister Christopher Luxon. The catch here is these are foreign leaders who wanted to meet the LOP. Because according to government sources, the Ministry of External Affairs handles meetings of visiting dignitaries with government officials and government bodies. It is up to the visiting delegation to organize meetings outside of the government. Simply put, this would mean that Putin has shown no interest in meeting Rahul Gandhi. Or maybe the trip was just too short at 30 hours. The centre clearly had nothing to do with it. And finally, the Saffron Party reminded Rahul Gandhi of a simple truth, that there is nothing that India today, the world's fourth largest economic power, needs to be insecure about.
मोदी सरकार एक अपने आप को असुरक्षित समझने वाली सरकार है। ये देश की गौरवशाली परंपराओं को, खास तौर से लोकतंत्र से जुड़ी हुई, एक एक करके नष्ट कर रही है।
लीडर ऑफ अपोजिशन कह रहे हैं ना, जैसे सरकार चुनी जाती है ना, विपक्ष भी चुना जाता है। और देश के मानस के बारे में जानने के लिए तो अलग अलग पहलुओं, ये हमारी परंपरा भी रही थी। इस परंपरा को किसकी इनसिक्योरिटी से खत्म किया जा रहा है?
भारत सरकार में क्यों इनसिक्योरिटी रहेगी? राहुल गांधी जी को मैं बताना चाहूंगा कि आज भारत विश्व में एक इकोनॉमिक स्तंभ है। आज चौथे नंबर का इकोनॉमिक पावर है भारतवर्ष। आज भारतवर्ष का एक कद है विश्व में। तो इनसिक्योरिटी तो कदाचित नहीं है। मुझे लगता है वो अपने आप को बहुत ज्यादा करके आंक रहे हैं।
Rahul Gandhi's insistence and outrage makes one wonder what is the other perspective that he wanted to present in front of the Russian president. Did he want to repeat his India is a dead economy jab, or tell Putin how democracy is under attack in India, or enlighten him with his version of Operation Sindoor outcome, the Narendra surrender narrative, or perhaps play memes mocking Indian Prime Minister, calling him a chaiwala? If you think this is me being cynical, listen in to what Rahul Gandhi has said in the past on foreign platforms about India. You heard Rahul Gandhi talking about tradition. All right then, let's talk tradition. What about the tradition of missing key events where he was duly invited? He skipped the Independence Day, the Republic Day, the swearing-in ceremony of the Chief Justice of India and the swearing-in ceremony of the Vice President, and so on and so forth. Aren't these casual events? Are these not places where tradition should have been upheld? These are traditions where the LOP has been always present, and Rahul Gandhi skipped each one of them. Yet today, the same Rahul Gandhi talked about protocol, norms and traditions because he wasn't invited to meet a foreign dignitary. Maybe before questioning others or not inviting him, he could start by just showing up for some of those constitutional positions. Listen in.
राहुल गांधी की ये बात वो कह रहे हैं तो उसको खुद को सोचना चाहिए। वो देश प्रदेश में जाते हैं तो भारत देश की कैसी टीका करते हैं। पॉलिटिकल बात लड़े इंडिया में करे वो उसका कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है। मान लो कि सरकार उसको कोई भी ओपोजिशन पार्टी वाले को रोकती क्यों है, तो उनके व्यवहार वर्तन से रोकती है। व्यवहार वर्तन सुधारे तो कोई सवाल नहीं है।
And that, ladies and gentlemen, brings me to the legitimate question on the News Hour tonight. Is maligning India Rahul Gandhi's only tradition? That's the question, and that's the debate coming up on the other side.
You're watching the News Hour at 9. Debate number 1 on Times Now, Super Prime Time.
Joining the debate tonight, Dr. Sudhanshu Trivedi, National Spokesperson and Member of Parliament of the BJP, Abhijit Iyer Mitra, Senior Fellow at the IPCS, Deepak Reddy, National Spokesperson of the TDP. Also joining the debate, Faizan Kidwai, National Spokesperson of the Samajwadi Party, Priyanka Kakkar, Chief National Spokesperson of the Aam Aadmi Party, making a rare appearance on the show tonight. Welcome, Priyanka Kakkar. But my first question goes to Dr. Sanjay Jha of the Congress Party. And Sanjay Jha, I have two very simple questions to you. Number one, what is the other perspective that Mr. Rahul Gandhi wants to share with the Russian president? Doesn't India have one position on issues to be discussed with a foreign dignitary, with a foreign nation? And number two, he's talking about traditions. Then what about the traditions where Mr. Rahul Gandhi fails to show up on very important solemn occasions, whether it is the Independence Day, the Republic Day, swearing-in ceremonies of the Chief Justice of India, the Vice President of India? How come he forgets conventions and traditions at that time, reminding the government today about traditions?
Navika, good evening to you and to all my fellow panelists on the program. I think this is a good topic for a debate today. It's a serious subject. I think Rahul Gandhi has raised a very pertinent point. Let me try and elaborate on it. Number one, the leader of the opposition in most parliamentary democracies is deemed to be like a shadow prime minister. It is a normal protocol that a visiting head of state, when they come to a country, they like to meet the leader of the opposition because governments change. Nothing is permanent. There are no permanent winners or losers. And heads of state like to engage with a different ideology, with a different government that might come to power in the next election. It's a normal tradition, and that's what has been practiced. Please also don't forget, Navika, Mr. Modi runs a government of the NDA with 44% of the votes, plus the support he's getting from the outside. India Alliance has got around 42%. So we represent, as India Alliance, a significant chunk of the voters and the people of India. Let that not be disrespected. Point number 3, is this not an insecure government, Navika? A couple of days ago, we discovered, didn't we? And my good friend Sudhanshu ji at some point will have to defend it today. This government is so insecure, through a stealthy manner, it brought in a snooping app in a pre-installed software on mobile phones to snoop on the people of India. And when public pressure mounted, they had to delete it. I mean, this is the mindset of this government. Now, since you talked of tradition, I'm telling you, please take Rahul Gandhi seriously here. He's basically saying that there is an attempt to dissuade foreign dignitaries from meeting the LOP. And look at the number of traditions that have been altered by this government. Number 1, does the Prime Minister have a media interaction? No. This used to be a tradition, has been destroyed. Number 2, money bills are passed. Any bill is passed as a money bill to bypass the Raj Sabha. Parliamentary committees have been made absolutely worthless and emasculated. The ED, CBI and income tax has been made into instruments of oppression, intimidation and harassment. You have the changing of names of buildings and places because they suit their larger political agenda. You have situations where the cooperative federalism is dead. They threaten state governments with, if you don't take our fiats, we will not give you funds. They have made the new tradition of.
Well, it is also a tradition that in a democracy, the leader of opposition and the opposition parties talk to the media. Rahul Gandhi has broken the tradition. He's boycotted journalists through a list that he put out. You know, that is also a tradition broken. There is a tradition broken because in the last 1 year, in the last 12 months alone, and I put out those visuals, Mr. Rahul Gandhi has met at least 5 heads of states, except some were met by Mallikarjun Kharge ji and Sonia Gandhi ji. Maybe Rahul Gandhi, I can't recall, but maybe he was traveling out of the country, but the others met. In this case, it's a 30-hour visit. Maybe the visiting dignitary did not ask for a time or did not have the time for a separate meeting, but to label that the BJP government and the Prime Minister's insecure, is that really a real, or is this just FOMO, Dr. Sudhanshu Trivedi?
It was Pandit Nehru who built a strong relationship with USSR. I mean, everybody is aware of Mrs. Gandhi's role, Rajiv Gandhi's role.
Navika ji,
known to the Russian establishment.
Sanjay Jha.
No, we know that how strong relationship with USSR and under what conditions it was there. Sir, the documents of the various intelligence agencies which have now been declassified, that gives ye eco ho raha jara isko theek karwa dijiye. That gives a very clear picture that on what basis you were having which type of good relationship. Right now I do not want to go into that. I just want to say a clear-cut thing. Whenever a foreign dignitary comes, it is up to them also to decide that whom they want to meet and whom they do not want to meet. Rahul Gandhi has met several foreign dignitaries, head of the states, when they come on the visit from Malaysia to Mauritius, Bangladesh, Vietnam in the previous years. And as far as the present meeting is concerned, since Mr. Putin is on a very short and precise and crisp visit, so it's not just the domain of the Indian government to decide, but it is the domain of the Russian government also to decide. And as far as, if you consider the role of the Indian government as very much prominent and you call about the tradition, so I would like to say that Indian government is very much concerned about the protection, not the insecurity, the security of the Rahul Gandhi's image. Because you know, when he met Barack Obama during the visit of Barack Obama visit during Manmohan Singh ji's government in 2010, what Obama has written in his book, The Promised Land, that Rahul Gandhi seems like a nervous student who wants to show off that he knows very much, but he is unable to, he wants to show that he has mastered something which he is not able to understand. भाई साहब ये जाके रख लीजिएगा. And if you go, anybody of you can go and search on net also. Most likely it is somewhere around page number 24 to 25. Barack Obama's book, The Promised Land. So if we do not want that, when the American president had got this type of impression with Rahul Gandhi ji, the Russian president also has. We want to protect the image of Rahul Gandhi. But unfortunately, you are saying that Rahul ji should be allowed to meet. Why not Mallikarjun Kharge? He is also leader of the opposition of the upper house and also the president of the Congress party, much senior than Rahul Gandhi, held several positions much more than Rahul Gandhi. And also I would like to ask, in the previous Lok Sabha, when Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary was leader of the opposition, how many times Congress asked that Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary should be allowed to visit when Putin visited in 2021 and others and this and that? And second thing, you talk about traditions, so with due humility, I would like to ask, can you quote a single leader of the opposition in the entire independence history of India who has got so many times abroad and so many times abused on non-factual basis is the government of India? Can you quote a single leader of the opposition whose statement has been quoted by enemy country in their favor and against India on a very crucial hour, like Pakistan has quoted Rahul Gandhi's statement when they have given the dossier to United Nations against India? And as far as tradition is concerned, Sanjay Jha, then again I would like to ask, in what capacity Rahul Gandhi met Barack Obama in 2010? He was just a member of parliament. He met Hillary Clinton in 2008. He was first time member of parliament, junior most member of parliament. In what capacity he met? He was neither the president, nor the minister, nor any rank. And as far as tradition, have you seen any time in the India's constitutional history that a post has been created, National Advisory Council, and the chairman, Sonia Gandhi ji, at the rank of cabinet? And whenever a foreign dignitary was coming, they were meeting NAC chairman first and giving more importance to cabinet rank committee chairman than to the prime minister of the country. Sir, you have destroyed, destructed, demeaned all the traditions of India's parliamentary democracy. And lastly, I would like to say, sir, you are talking about insecurity, sincerity. Can you quote single leader of the opposition जिसका कभी आपने ऐसा वीडियो देखा हो जो पिछली लोकसभा में दिखा था कि राहुल गांधी जी जाके पहले प्रधानमंत्री जी पे गिर पड़े थे, मतलब गले मिले थे, गिर पड़े थे, ये देखने वाले को समझ में आएगा। फिर उन्होंने कुर्सी पे बैठ के आके जो अखियों से गोली मारे वाला रिएक्शन किया था, ऐसा कोई लीडर ऑफ द ऑपोजिशन आपको ध्यान है? फ्रॉम नेहरूज एरा till Vajpayee's era, till Manmohan Singh ji's era, कृपया बता दीजिए। During the Waqf board time, in the night, हम सब लोग वहां 2:30-3 बजे रात तक थे। सर, वो स्लीपिंग सूट वाला पैजामा पहन के पार्लियामेंट में आने वाला एक लीडर ऑफ द ऑपोजिशन बता दीजिएगा, और एक और लीडर ऑफ द ऑपोजिशन बता दीजिएगा जो वाइस प्रेसिडेंट की मिमिक्री हो रही हो ऑन द स्टेयर्स ऑफ पार्लियामेंट और उसका वीडियो बना रहे हो। तो मुझे लगता है when you talk about tradition, it is up to you to live up with the gravitas of the constitutional post and then call. That's why I say the one word, respect is not just demanded, it is also commanded, and it is commanded by your actions. And government is fully sensitive.
Respect cannot be demanded, it has to be commanded. And Sanjay Jha, let me also tell you, in 2022, 8th of April, please look at the Congress tweet. Rahul Gandhi called Russia an aggressor in the Indo-Ukraine war, in the Russia-Ukraine war. That was not India's position. How can Rahul Gandhi have a different perspective on an issue of foreign policy when he's not even the leader of opposition at that point in time? Would you care to respond to that?
Yeah, I will respond. And this is, you actually have told me the reason that I have been wishing to articulate since Sudhanshuji took off on his tirade. This is the reason why the leader of the opposition needs to be heard. The opposition differs with Mr. Modi's government on the way we have responded on UN resolutions on the Ukraine war, the way we have responded on the Palestinian Gaza, the Gaza genocide being done by Israel. There are clear differences, which is why opposition, the heads of government like to know who are the leaders of the opposition and what their views are. This government is...
So you are saying the leader of opposition should supersede the country's position represented by the Prime Minister, and that is the tradition that you want to build? Abhijit Iyer Mitra, I mean, is there absolutely any basis for making a demand? Are they delusional? Rahul Gandhi actually went abroad and said India is not a nation. It is a collection of states. He said the Indian economy is dead. He meets Ilhan Omar, who is absolutely anti-India. He goes and talks about no rights and no democracy existing in India. And he wants to give this different perspective to the visiting Russian president.
So, Navika, I just want to point out that since December 2014, the Russian president has visited India some 4 or 5 times. And not once has he, since December 2014, met anybody from the Congress party. This is the last tweet that they put out. You can see this is in December 2014. Since then, however, Rahul Gandhi has met several visiting heads of state and visiting heads of government, as you yourself have shown. It isn't that, it's just that Putin has never seen the need to meet them. Now, let me quote somebody, and see, this is him with Emmanuel Macron in 2018, right? But this is Emmanuel Macron visiting India in 2024 for the Republic Day parade, and he did not want to meet Rahul Gandhi. Now, did he not want to meet Rahul Gandhi, or did they not ask for a meeting? Well, it's very simple. I don't have to answer the question. I am just going to quote Mr. Randeep Surjewala. Now, unlike our dear friend Sanjay Jha, who's no longer in the Congress, Mr. Surjewala, as I understand it, is still in the Congress. So let me clarify what I'm quoting, by the way, from the Hindu. So you can't even accuse them of being, Godi media or whatever. Let me read this out. The Congress at a briefing, however, said that their party chief regularly meets dignitaries in the national interest. Congress presidents always meet visiting, this is in quotes, Congress presidents always meet visiting heads of state for Indian National Congress, has a long history of maintaining relationship with visiting heads of state. Notice what he's saying. He's saying the Congress maintains a relationship with them. There is no mention here of protocol or tradition or anything like that. Many people have come to Delhi and have either not wanted to meet or have not been asked. It is entirely up to the Congress to ask for this meeting, as Mr. Surjewala has himself clarified. I think Mr. Surjewala would certainly know what Mr. Rahul Gandhi is thinking, or certainly did at that point of time. I don't know where he is these days, but he certainly did. So we come back to this question again. Why is it that Mr. Putin does not want to meet Rahul Gandhi, or did Rahul Gandhi ask for a meeting? Now, does he expect then, if he did not ask for a meeting, for President Putin to then come out and actively seek him out after 10-11 years of not meeting him? What was the pressure in the 10-11 years in between? Why has he not sought it fit to meet the leader of the opposition, any leader of the opposition for that matter, in the last 10 to 11 years? Something isn't adding up here, Navika.
Absolutely, absolutely, and that is the point. And I want to take this to Faizan Kidwai. Faizan Kidwai, there is no set rule according to the Ministry of External Affairs. There is no protocol. The issue is Mr. Rahul Gandhi has used foreign platforms on several occasions to say things like these, that India is a dead economy, Narendra surrender. Clearly, that doesn't qualify him, to demand a meeting according to protocol and tradition. The tradition also has been that he's given many such invites amiss when they're very important constitutional functions, including the Independence Day of India, the Republic Day of India, when there are foreign dignitaries where he's invited for the at-home at Rashtrapati Bhavan, he fails to turn up. How then can he demand as a right? Because every right comes also with a corresponding duty.
Good evening, Navika. See, if what you just said, you raised a lot of questions on Mr. Rahul Gandhi's character, the way he has insulted India, and so he has no right. So in the same context, when our Honorable Prime Minister, he goes abroad earlier, I'm sure we all are aware of the speeches he made, that people prior to 2014 were ashamed of calling themselves Indians. वो सोचते थे कहाँ पैदा हो गए. So this man should also not doesn't qualify to first of all be the Prime Minister of India or question anybody for any kind of a wrong statement. And I would like to answer what Mr. Sudhanshu Trivedi said. He said, Mr. Rahul Gandhi, there are a lot of quotes of Mr. Gandhi which are quoted in Pakistani media. Sir, I would draw your attention to these individuals, Shobha Karanjale, who is now a union minister in Bharatiya Janata Party, Kuljit Chahal, who was a BJP Delhi General Secretary, Preeti Gandhi, and Tejinder Bagga. You know, in 2020 October, what they did? There was a fake video. There are slogans of Narendra Modi being chanted in Pakistan Parliament. And these people amplified that fake video on their Twitter handles, and they were very proud of it. So if somebody is chanting Modi, our enemy country is chanting Modi, wasn't that a matter of concern or something you all should be very proud of? Although that video was fake, but still you guys amplified it. For you, everything is good. And let me bring to your notice, Navika, what the present government is doing. It is really very unfortunate, because as Mr. Sanjay Jha rightly pointed out, the leader of the opposition is part of the opposition, and opposition is represented by 42% of Indians who voted against Narendra Modi. And Narendra Modi is not only breaking the age-old protocol, but also this is an attack by Narendra Modi at the heart of Indian democratic ethos. And this exposes the pettiness.
So he is insecure. Panch bar milwaya, then he was not insecure. Suddenly, in December of 2025, the Prime Minister has turned insecure. Sudhanshu Trivedi ji, please respond.
मैं थोड़ा सा और बोल दूं, थोड़ा सा टाइम दे दीजिए.
On the issue of what Faizan ji was saying, I would like to say, as far as Pakistan is concerned, sir, there are certain real videos available, not fake, in which the people of Pakistan, somebody is saying that we should also have a leader like Narendra Modi, then hamari mulk ka mustaqbil kur aur hota, the future of our country would have. There is a real video available. Can't forget about that. Now come to this issue. There are certain issues, Navika. Whenever Rahul Gandhi goes abroad, there is n number of photos and interaction with those type of leaders who has not openly criticized Vladimir Putin. They have gone to the extent of accusing Vladimir Putin of crimes. Those who have advocated Vladimir Putin to be indicted for war crimes. How can you think that those person who has stood side by side of these people on foreign soil, you can think of that Putin will be liking to meet, or the Russian government would like to meet? I think anybody, be away from the party politics. So, second thing, Congress party took open stand that on the Russia-Ukraine war, we should have taken a stance in favor of Ukraine on humanity. So in a way, it was a staunch stand against Russia. So now you should think that whether the Russian government will be interested in meeting or not on this and that. Second thing, when Peter Navarro, the advisor to the US president, has said that you are buying oil from Russia and the Brahmins are getting benefited. I am unable to understand that how, and the Congress defended that. And the so-called Brahmins are what? That the Ambani and Adani. And you keep on criticizing. And you yourself says that the Russian oil is going to those people who you openly take a stance against it. तो सर फिर आप देख लीजिए कि ये कितना वो लोग लाइक करेंगे, डिसलाइक करेंगे, which type of perspective? The perspective very much blatantly open. And lastly, I would like to say, as far as Gandhi family is concerned, I think Russia को लगता होगा कि मुझे उसकी जरूरत ही नहीं है सर. From time of Indira Gandhi till the time of Sonia Gandhi ji, sir, Sanjay Jha ji, Mitrokin's archive, KGB and the World Part 2 has given elaborate descriptions. तो उनको पूरी कुंडली पता है. खत का मजमून भाप लेते हैं, लिफाफा देख के मिलने की जरूरत ही नहीं है साहब. पूरी कुंडली पता है, पूरी नब्ज देखी हुई है, और आज की डेट में they are having all sort of informations. So I think, and lastly, sir, संजय झा जी, फिर मैं आपसे कह रहा हूं, name a single leader of opposition. Any time Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary ever went abroad and done this type of theatrics which Rahul Gandhi done? Any time Sushma Swaraj ji or Arun Jaitley has done during Manmohan Singh regime? During Vajpayee regime, has Manmohan Singh done this? Even Sonia Gandhi ji has not done this during the Vajpayee regime. During Narasimha Rao regime, Atal Bihari Vajpayee as leader
Rahul
of
Gandhi belongs to Gen Z.
Indian government is
Rahul Gandhi belongs to Gen Z. That's why a new protocol is being set up. That is why Mr. Rahul Gandhi, loves Gen Z. He sees himself in the Gen Z. I'm coming to you, Sanjay Jha, but before that, Priyanka Kakkar, I want to ask you. After all, if the Prime Minister was so insecure, why would he send parliamentary delegations after Operation Sindoor? Why would he send Salman Khurshid, Shashi Tharoor, Priyanka Chaturvedi, all members, Owaisi ji, all members of parliament from the opposition parties? वहां पे भी insecure थे. सवाल ये है, as Sudhanshu ji raised, can Rahul Gandhi demand respect or will he have to command it?
Navika ji, good evening to everyone. Navika ji, I believe that जिस तरह का बड़ा दिल and समझदारी was shown by the BJP, that it took all the opposition leaders to go and tell the world about what a terror nation Pakistan is and how we succeeded in Operation Sindoor. I think something similar was required right now. I have 1,000 differences with Rahul Gandhi's opinions and how the Congress, I've been very public about my stand with respect to Congress, but here is a mudda where the Congress represents 42% of the citizens, and as such, he should have also been part of this delegation who met President Putin. Now, also, what is more important is not Rahul Gandhi. Rahul Gandhi is not at all important to me. What is important is what are we expecting from this meeting, because we are going through very turbulent times, as Sudhanshu ji will also agree. US imposing sanctions on Russia, and we kind of submitting to those sanctions and stopping the trade in oil with Russia, the massive trade deficit, say only the 4.6 billion import that we do, and the 4.6 billion exports that we do in comparison to the 64 billion billion imports that we do. These issues need to be addressed more vehemently, and Rahul Gandhi to me remains unimportant. My country is very important to me, and at this time when such a delegation arrives, we have to come up with an independent policy which we do not succumb under any pressure from the US or any other state. Also, I think that आप जब इतनी क्लैरियन कॉल देती है बीजेपी की सबको साथ आना है, सब खतरे में हैं, if the netas only don't come together, how do you expect the citizens to come together? So this is an opportunity where all the netas should have come together for India and spoken about how to export more from India than just beef or labor or our people in the army to participate in the Russia-Ukrainian war. These were very important aspects, I believe, that they should have.
When is the last time we had, leaders of the opposition party, Deepak Reddy ji, actually discussing trade issues with visiting delegations? I can't recall too many such occasions. Why is it now becoming the opposition's expectation that when there is a foreign dignitary, especially somebody like the president of Russia, Mr. Putin, this is a meet and greet ceremony rather than bilateral meetings, trade talks, defense deal talks? Is this an assumption or is this a fair expectation?
Very good evening, Navika ji. Looking at the lie of Rahul Gandhi, I mean, whoever wanted to meet him, the international dignitaries, he actually met. So what he said is now clearly a lie. So those who wanted to meet him, he actually met them earlier. Now, coming to the point, whether Mr. Gandhi was invited or not, or whether President Putin wanted to meet him or not, I would like to step a little away and then look at it from outside. Let's look at it from the Russian angle first. Congress party has tweeted in favor of Ukraine. Under UPA, Congress strategically shifted India towards the Western Bloc, number 2. Number 3, 2008 UPA, US-India civil nuclear deal, weakened Russian dominance. Number 4, President Putin values strong, decisive and non-corrupt leaders. Number 5, President Putin doesn't want to meet a leader who cannot lead his own party, who has no confidence of his own alliance, or who has no political future in the country. And last point, President Putin is a friend of India and doesn't have a nefarious deal for the Congress party how the Chinese had earlier. Now coming to the Indian angle, when you actually invite a very important guest home, you don't want to invite a non-serious person. And you don't want to invite a person who talks bad about your country. Or you don't want to invite a person whose track record is not so good, who has criminal cases and who's out on bail. And last and important thing I would like to say and then end my initial remarks. When you're not invited or when somebody doesn't want to meet you, all you do is be dignified and be quiet about it. If you're making a big scene out of that, it pretty much says, the sad state of affairs and how shameless. I mean, I think it's time the Congress party rethinks, what they're, raising in the public.
You want to respond? Sanjay Jha, you want to respond to that?
Yeah. I have heard Deepak Reddy of the TDP, who supports the government, and I've heard Sudhanshu Ji. They both have made this statement, and I do think people are watching this program, Navika. They have said that the Congress party supported Ukraine. Therefore, if Rahul Gandhi were to meet Mr. Putin, that would be inappropriate. So what I'm taking away is that the government is anti-Ukraine in its foreign policy. Is that the message you're giving? Is your message that you're anti-Ukraine? Because you are saying that Rahul Gandhi should not meet Mr. Putin because he supported Ukraine. By the way, the majority of the world has supported Ukraine because Russia is a military aggressor. We can have a relationship with Russia, but you can't condone the invasion of Ukraine, which is the first by any country.
Sanjay Jha, foreign policy and diplomacy always has nuances, something that Rahul Gandhi very often forgets. Sudhanshu Trivedi, please respond.
I mean, is that the official stance of the government of India to be
I should not have expected that Sanjay Jha will try to speak a blatant lie in front of the viewers. Sir, I have not said just one. I have quoted several things. He has shared stage in foreign countries with those who has openly accused Vladimir Putin. And not only this, they have gone to the extent of calling Vladimir Putin as war criminal. Sir, suniye, they has gone to the extent of saying war criminal. And one more thing I would like to say to the viewers.
Can you deny that there is an arrest warrant by ICC
President of Russia since 25 years.
It is an international arrest warrant against Mr. Putin. The world knows it, Sudhanshu Ji.
Sir, yahi baat.
So what is the different perspective you want to give Putin there? You want to send Rahul Gandhi to arrest Putin? That is the reason. Sudhanshu Ji.
Suniye.
It's unbelievable.
सर यहीं पर मैं देखिए संजय झा जी, आप थोड़ा देखिए, आप समझदारी से डिबेट करते हैं, मैं समझ सकता हूं आज आपको क्या हुआ। आप इलन उमर और इन जंग के लोगों के साथ जाके डैश शेयर करते हैं जो कहते हैं कि पुतिन को अरेस्ट करना चाहिए। हैज एनी ऑफ द इंडियन डेलीगेट एवर सीन स्टैंडिंग डैश, शेयरिंग डैश विद देम और इकोइंग द सेम लैंग्वेज? सो इट्स नेवर। सर आप अपने टर्न पे बोलिए।
दैट इज
Mamdani is nobody in the US government. He doesn't represent the official stand of US. That's why I am saying that Rahul Gandhi not only shared this may spoil. Rahul Gandhi openly criticized those people who are importing the Russian oil. Yes or no? Sanjay Jha, clearly tell. Those who are importing Russian oil, whether it is a private, openly criticized and took a stand. Yes or no? You openly criticize the Indian government for importing Russian oil, annoying the West. Yes or no? You openly said that on the Ukraine, the all humanitarian aspect should be on the Ukraine side. Yes or no? Even way back, 20 years back, when Russian government was cracking down on Islamic terrorists in Chechnya, what was the stand of Congress party? In favor of the so-called sympathy with the separatists of the or so-called liberator and freedom fighters of Chechnya, or with the Russian government? You remember in the Beslan school incidents in Russia, what was your stand? Sir, there is several things in which you have taken a very antagonizing stand against the Russian. And lastly, I would like to say, Navika ji, Putin is president of Russia since 25 years, and previously he was a KGB officer. Sir, KGB is a very powerful agency. They might be having better several things about Rahul Gandhi, which might be Indian government not be having better. Because they went abroad, he was absconding. then he disappears, then he appears somewhere. तो KGB का नेटवर्क है, हो सकता है उनको कुछ हमसे ज्यादा पता हो, उनको जन्म कुंडली कुछ ज्यादा पता हो.
Well, it is not a matter of right. It is not a matter of right, my friend. It is the positions that the Congress party has taken on issues relating to Russia. Maybe the Russian president did not seek to have a conversation with the leader of opposition. Clearly, dictating President Putin cannot be seen by the government of India just to facilitate the demands of the leader of opposition. That could be a position. But we did a survey and we asked the question, government bloc Putin meet, claim refuted. Should Rahul Gandhi now apologize? Yes, say 80% of the people. No, say 20%. Well, Rahul Gandhi, the people have spoken, the writing is on the wall. Is this a non-issue that Mr. Rahul Gandhi has once again picked up, clearly defined facts of the case, talking about traditions that he very often has flouted himself. We leave it at that. Thank you very much to my panelists joining me on debate number 1.